Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I turned it on.
Abdul has a feeling
It just might get turned on.
Feels great. We're going to celebrate this win tonight. Then start preparing for Oregon.
You know anything about Oregon?
No, we tried to stay locked in on our opponent, whoever we got in that week, try to stay focused during the game. That's what we did.
Getting double-digit sacks on the season for you. More games to come, obviously, but does that number mean anything to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. I think LeVar Arrington's best year, he had like 10 sacks, 20 TFLs, and I think I got 10 sacks, 20 TFLs. So it's cool to, match LeVar.
You talk to him at all about that?
Yeah, I talked to him a lot,
Yeah?
Sure.
About that specifically, though, getting to his number?
Nah, I'm going to call him tonight, though, tell him I caught up to him, sure.
Abdul, to make the Big Ten championship in a year when it's never been more difficult to do that, what does that say about this team?
I just think it's something we work for, like, since the winter, honestly. It's something we worked on in the spring, during camp, during the season. The work just keep going on, and we earned this.
Where do you think the defense is at right here now at the end of November as compared to the start of the season?
We still getting better. Each week we just keep getting better and better, and we're going to continue to do that throughout the season, and we're going to finish strong.
Abdul, there's been a few times this season where we've talked to you after you had a big game individually, and you've told us you don't feel you've played your best football yet. How close are you right now, headed into the Big Ten Championship, December, whatever comes after that, to playing your very best football at Penn State, do you think?
Yeah, there's still a lot of games left, still a lot of weeks to get better, and you still haven't seen the best of me yet.
At what point did you kind of find out the Ohio State score? Was there a moment in warm-ups where you knew? Or?
No, we just try to stay focused on the task at hand. We just stay focused on Maryland, handle business with Maryland. And then once the game was over, we found out, and we all celebrated.
So you had no idea?
No.
And what was it like when you found out?
Just something that we know that we work for, something that we know we're ready for. And when that arrives, we're going to be prepared.
What makes you say you're ready for?
Just something we've been working. I just feel like how hard we work during the off season, during winter training, during spring training, during camp. We work hard to get into moments like this and to be in a situation and go into the Big Ten Championship. We work for that.
How do you feel like you guys are feeling health-wise at this point as you get ready to play another game? It's a long season, but your postseason starts earlier than most. How do you guys feel like you're doing from that perspective, from just a freshness perspective?
We're not different than nobody else in the country. Everybody's banged up right now. Everybody has nicks and bruises. You just got to keep finding a way to win games, keep finding a way to persevere.
When you tell us that we haven't seen the best of you yet, what is something that you could do better? Because it really doesn't look like there's any flaws in your game right now. So
that's probably from your perspective, but as always, I feel like for my game, it's always an area to improve on. There's never going to be a time where you got to figure it out or you're at your best. And so I don't want to be too high on myself. I always want to just find ways to keep getting better.
is there any area in particular that you're going to be emphasizing?
I'm going to keep that one to myself.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the Heisman polls. Yeah, I just feel like, there's a lot of hype and all the offensive players are recognized as the Heisman or the best player in the country, but there's also defensive players who make just as much as an impact as the best offensive players.
That's real talk. Abdul is one of them for sure.
And, I feel like, Ashton Genty, Travis Hunter, they are great players in their own respect, but I impact the game just as much, if not more than them, and I feel like defensive players should start getting the same recognition, and we don't, And I feel like, and the Heisman is the top player in the country, the best player in the country, and I feel like I'm that.
You think you deserve to be in consideration?
Yes, for sure.
What do you think it would take to change that across college football? Obviously, you're right. It's an offense-heavy award almost every year. What do you think it would take to change that?
I think it takes more defensive players speaking out about it and just not letting it all the love go to the offensive players, because we just as important to the game. We make just as much as an impact, and I feel like once we do that, then we'll get more recognition.
What do you feel like tonight you did well? I think you had 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, a handful of quarterback hurries. What worked so well today?
We just all did our job, played with 100% effort, and if we do that, we're going to win a lot of games. You don't got to go on the field and do nothing special, try to be Superman, try to make the big play. If you do your job, the play's going to come to you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well would you say you know your position? I mean, I know it's a full season and everything, but how well would you say you know it, being that it's such a short time you've been playing?
Yeah, this is my first year playing defensive end full time, so I'm just scratching the surface of what I can do. I'm still learning week in and week out, and I'm still just finding ways to get better.
I don't want to sound like I'm making any generalizations about your future and what you're going to be doing after this season, but there is a chance, at least, that this could have been your last game in Beaver Stadium. What has the opportunity over the past few years to play in front of 100,000 plus every weekend in the state where you grew up? What has that meant to you?
It's been a blessing. It's something that I'll never forget, and it all goes by so fast. So I just try to cherish every moment I got right now. I just try to cherish it throughout the season. Just take in these moments because I know it's not going to be here long.
You pumped to play in a dome after playing in